15 days until we head to the polls to cast our ballots in the midterm election. Today is also the last day to register to vote in the midterms.
Yeah, one of the races on the ballot in Alabama is the seat for Congressional District 6. It stretches from north of Blountsville south past Clanton and includes areas like Gardendale, parts of Hoover and Vestavia, Chelsea, and Alabaster. This race features incumbent Republican Congressman Gary Palmer and Democratic nominee Danner Klein. WVTM 13's Ian Wrights sat down with both.
I spoke with both candidates before the president announced a new trade deal between Mexico, Canada, and the United States. I asked him about the president's decision to impose tariffs on some items with countries including allies. First up, incumbent GOP Representative Gary Palmer. He says he's not big on tariffs because they're a tax that gets passed on to the consumer, but he also said he understands the validity of targeted tariffs.
I think we have positioned ourselves in the last 2 years such that we're respected again. And where a lot of people thought the United States was a declining power and that China was the emerging power, I think we've reversed that perception.
In terms of whether he's concerned about the impact on the growing auto industry in Alabama, Congressman Palmer tells me he believes it will be worked out in a fairly short amount of time. His opponent, Danner Klein, says he does not support what the president's doing and worries about its impact to businesses in our state.
He's going to do great harm to American industry. He's trying to prop up certain sectors. He's trying to pick the winners and losers, and that's really surprising because historically Republicans have been so big on free trade and the free market, and he's trying to artificially intervene and change prices and change the system, and it's hurting companies here in Alabama right now.
We also talked about gun control following several mass shootings last school year and whether Congress should do more. I asked each candidate where they stand on the issue of gun control and why.
We have a gun problem. We don't have a people problem, we have a gun problem. And yes, we need to have improved regulations. I support the Second Amendment. I support people's right to own guns, to hunt and defend themselves, absolutely. But we have a staggering amount of gun violence going on in this country, and we need to do better, and we can do better if we'll just not let special interests, the gun manufacturers, control the debate and let people whose lives have been affected by it have more of a say.
His opponent, Congressman Palmer, sees the issue differently.
I'm opposed to gun control. I mean, we've got laws out our ears on gun control. That doesn't make sense, and I think what we've got to do is we've got to deal with the underlying issues of family breakdown, economic opportunity, a decrepit education system, particularly in places like Chicago that's become a virtual war zone that is driving Rahm Emanuel out of office as mayor up there. But, you know, those are your typical liberal left-wing talking points that are hot buttons for them, but for the majority of Americans, I don't think they want to see us abandon the Second Amendment.
We have much more with both candidates, including their thoughts about the ongoing attacks on Attorney General Jeff Sessions from President Trump. You can see that on WVTM13.com or the WVTM 13 app. Back to you.